In this video, we are going to talk about tuples as we have already done list and string in our last video. In this video, we are going to talk about what is a tuple, how we can create a tuple, the next thing would be indexing and slicing, same as list. Then the behavior, or then what then we will talk about the immutable behavior of tuples. Then we would see how we can convert a list, into a tuple or a tuple into a list. Then we will see some common operations. Then we will see unpacking. We haven't talked about this term in a list, but we will talk about it here. Then there are nested tuples as well. Then we will talk about conversion between tuple and list. Then we will see variable swapping using tuples. So these are the topics we are going to cover in this video. So let's just start. First, what is a tuple? Tuple is just same as a list. Here we will taking tuple, but we gonna denote it using parentheses. So this is a tuple, whereas a list is represented with square brackets. Here it is represented by parentheses. So the main difference in both of these are list is immutable, means you can change it once you have defined it, but tuple is immutable, yeah, meaning you can't change once you entered a value. So let's just start doing, let's just put some random number. Just like list, even tuple can hold any type of value, which is not common in other languages such as C and C++, where you have to define the data type of array at the time of initializing it. But here you can enter any type of data in a single tuple, just like we did with the list. As here you can see we have integer, string and float value in a single tuple. So this is how you can create a tuple. You can also use tuple operation for this. So you can also create a tuple by writing tuple or just simple square parentheses. So we have talked about what is a tuple and how we can create it. Now we will see indexing. So let's just comment it out. So here we already have a list T. Let's just, the indexing and slicing part is pretty much similar to the list. There is not that much change. First we will see, if just to show you, we can write like T. As we already know, this should print 1. So let's just run this file. As let me just shift my camera a bit so you guys can see the output. Here you can see 1 is our output, which is our desired output as well. So now we will see another thing such as now indexing part is pretty much similar, so we are going to the slicing part. The slicing part is also very similar to the list as we did. For example, let's just talk about it. Here it will take all the elements from first index to the third index, excluding the third index. So index 1 and 2 will be there. Let's just paste it, and yep, here you can see. So index 1 and index 2 are here, not the third one. If you want to add the third one, you have to increment the value by 1. So it would be from 1 to 4. Now we have the third index. So this is how we are doing slicing part. So let's just remove this as well, or not just remove, let's just comment it out. And now we are moving to our next topic, which is the immutable nature of tuples. So you can't, if we already have a tuple, so if I wrote 0 equals to 100, when we are talking about a list, this one line will change the value of 0th index element to 100, but here, because we are dealing with tuples, it won't happen. So just let me show you. It will throw an error. The tuples are here, you can see tuple object does not support item assignment. So you can't change the value once you have put a value at that particular index. So we are going to, so now you know about we can't get an error. So let's just comment it out and move to our next topic, which is why use a tuple instead of a list. Why we should even use a list, use a tuple instead of a list. So if you see, the list looks much better than a tuple with the almost same functionality, and you can even change the values inside a list after initializing it. So why we are using tuple? The first thing is tuples are faster than the list. Second thing, tuple protect your data from modifications. If you have some important data and you don't want it to get modified even by mistake, so you can put it inside a tuple, and tuple will protect it from every modification. The third thing is you can use a tuple as a key, dictionary keys. We haven't talked about dictionary yet, but we will talk about dictionary in another video. So you can use tuples directly, like here we have a tuple. You can directly use this tuple as a key in a dictionary. The next thing is tuple are better when it comes to fixed collections, fixed collections of data. Here you don't need to make any change in data in future, so you can just put it in a tuple. So these are the 4 main reasons why we even use tuple instead of using list. So let's move to next topic, which is common tuple operations. We have some similar operations from list, such as dot count, dot index, len function is there as well. We also have a plus and a multiplication operation here. So what does they do? We will talk about it. First, let's just see what does dot count do. So let's just run our file. Here you can see it says 2. Here is our tuple. You can see the 3 appears 2 times in our tuple and the count returns 2. The count function returns the appearance of that particular element. Then the next one is dot index. So here we are taking hello. So as in list, it should return the index at which this particular very element is present, which is 3. So let's just go there, run it. As you can see, 3. Now the next one is lan. We already know about lan. Here is it. So what it will do? It will simply return us the length of this particular tuple. So we have done it. Now one thing is remaining, which is plus and multiplication operation on a tuple. So let's just first do multiplication. If we have already seen this same operation with string. In string, what does this multiplication do? It will merge that string multiple times as per the user given value. Here is 2, so we will get a tuple which is like same with it but repetitive 2 times. So let's just see. Now here you can see we are getting a tuple similar to that, but it is repeating 2 times because we wrote 2 here. Now let's just use addition. In string, what does addition do? Addition add that value at the end of the string. So even in tuple it will be similar like this. So our tuple will become something like this. So let's just do it. So we should put it in a tuple as well. So it says it's an error. Let's just do simply 2. So it says only here we are getting an error because of the data type, because we have a string upper here. So let's just remove this string once and now you will see we can easily do it. Oh, the hello is creating a problem. Let's just remove hello. So this plus functionality is not working, so let's just remove it. Now we are done with our basic operations. Commit these 2 outs. Now the next topic will be unpacking a tuple. And how we can unpack a tuple. We already have a tuple upper here. So let's just show you. We are taking a new tuple, called it A, put two values in it. Now we will take two more variables, x equals to A. So what should happen now? The thing that will happen is that x will take the first value and y will take the second value. If you print A, oh sorry, x and y, now you can see that this thing is working. Here you can see x and y are 1 and 2. So this is what we call unpacking. So this is what unpacking means. With unpacking, you can also write things like this. This thing comes also under unpacking and it will work perfectly fine. Then now we are talking about nested tuples. So what is nested tuples? Nested tuples are pretty much similar as the nested list. A tuple inside another tuple. That what is a nested tuple is. To access a particular index in these type of tuples, you need to write. For example, we want to access this 3, so we will write 3 because this tuple is on the first index. So now we are 1, another square brackets, and now we are writing 0 because inside in this tuple 3 is on the 0th index. So just run it and now you can see 3. So that's how you can access nested loops. So let's just move to next topic, which is conversion between list and tuples. As I just told you, you can write tuple like this, and you already know you can write list like this. So if you have a list, you can directly put it inside a tuple, or you can do these things like this. If you have a list and wants to, you have a tuple and wants to convert it into a, you already have a tuple and want to convert it in a list, you can directly put it like this. So that's how the conversion works. The next topic is swapping two values. Using tuple unpacking. So for example, we have a comma b, which is equals to 1 and 10. So we want to swap the values, so you can directly write this. Now a is 1 from above line. Now a value of a will go to value of b, and value of a will get the value of b. So the values have been changed, and that's how you swap two values using unpacking. Now there are some questions for the things we have just learned. Take a look at those questions, and after some time we are going to make some changes upon that. Here they are. Let me just maximize it. So here, as you can see, there are certain questions. Please proceed with these questions. After 5 minutes, we will try to solve these questions.